Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Borderlands. So we were given no less than 2 warnings back to back that this wreck hive that I've killed, and we now see its gory innards, was something I needed to prepare for. I easily killed it without really preparing, and now we are kind of just running back to where we are. If I had run into any real struggle, I could have sniped it in its eyeballs from where I was standing, but since I was using the assault rifle that I'm holding right now, that kind of isn't necessary. These areas, like in between, are proving to be inconsequential. Sure, some spider ants will show up. Sure, they might give me some trouble if I so choose to for them to give me trouble. But that's only really if I choose to. If I choose not to, they'll just die like everything else. And you heard my character go, "That was it, it's dead." In a very similar way, that's the feeling I've been having these days. It's just like, okay, whatever. These little creatures are giving me some small amount of experience, but we're approaching the end of the game. I think the characters probably talk too much. Like, just emote. And there's... Let's see, is there a way to turn that off? Player callouts are off right now. So, yeah, there's no real way to turn that off. You could probably turn down voice volume to the maximum, and that might be what voice volume means, but that seems to be your only real opportunity. You know what? I'm not even gonna go to the store right now and sell the things I have, because I'm almost certainly going to get more items through finishing quests that I'll just end up having to sell again. And I have enough items right now. So there's one place in specific that this map has not had us do anything in. So if I turn in this quest and it doesn't give me any other quests in this area, I feel we need to run around that area and just check it out, just to see if there's something to find there. Ah, here's Scrappy, his dog that we had saved. Alright.
Don't you hurry back. Don't you hurry back.
So there's Scrappy. I guess he's a level 20 skag. We could try and kill his dog, but I imagine that might end badly for us, if knowing video game logic. So I'm just gonna kind of run here. And this has to be a scavenger hunt, doesn't it? Like, there must be some scavenger hunt quest that has us go this way and run through all these guys. And let's see. And then run through all of this. And then when we get over here, we are right next to this facility, which I imagine was supposed to be a big, interesting thing for us to see, but there's no real entrance or anything, it seems. Seems like everything's blocked off. Even if I can, like, glitch my way up here, clearly the game doesn't want me over there. And then it wants us to run back this way. So, I'm thinking scavenger hunt. Yeah, that would be the only thing that would make much sense. And it's, I assume the whole hunt ends right here, where I would jump back this way, and that puts me right back through this. Where did this come from?
More meat for me.
Interesting. Well, you know, if I killed... well... I guess that's not my fault. I didn't kill Scrappy. I just led a psycho to kill him. I bet Scrappy respawns.
Yep. What you want?
Your dog died. Poor Scrappy. But his death is most definitely my benefit with a incendiary artifact. But apparently I can't use it. So either this is not a level 3 and the game just doesn't tell you that, or there is no level 3 incendiary. Maybe there's a system here I'm not understanding where if I had only gotten like incendiary iridium things and used it, I could have gotten up to like a level 9 incendiary instead of having a more balanced setup that I seem to have right now. Our next 2 quests need to be turned over at the West Commons East, so that's the middle of the nowhere at Bounty Board, almost certainly. And then I think the storyline one needs to be turned in New Haven. This is a cool effect. It's kind of a shame that no Stargate or Sliders video game ever really got made, or anything close to that, to use an effect like that. This gun here, I have one that does more damage but is slightly slower and less caustic. See, shock resistance shield. There's an almost interesting idea there of getting a shock resistant shield that would guarantee Firefly class 560. If I could hold on to things, I would buy that actually. So you may have heard Marcus make the exact same opposite argument about the best defense being a good offense. And I guess I have to sell this. Let's see, 72 times 100 on the surplus rifle. Get rid of this one. Let's see. Get rid of this one. 40 times 10. 43. Nope. That SMG's gone. 130. 111 times 4.9 on the shattering machine gun with 67 bullets and 74 accuracy versus 72 times 10. That's 720 versus 444 or thereabouts. So that's not any good. We have the nailer. It's 282 times 1.4 versus this, which is 256. So the nailer is better. So we'll get rid of this. Let's see. 60 times 12 on the shotgun. Let's see. Patent. May God have mercy upon my enemies because I won't. So this is 264 times 1.9, which blows that one out of the water. So we've got a new weapon there. And 77 times 1.9 is nowhere as good as that. We have a liquid wraith at 2.7180. Let's see. Now we have the mine jack, but I still kind of want to hold on to the mine jack. Let's see. And we've got a sniper here that we can sell. This is 92 times 10. This is 72 times 10. Let's see. 280. And we still have the steel matador from a long time ago. We should use the revolver. We haven't used that in a while. So, patent, equipped, and 184 times 2.7 is equipped. And this is 282, 100 more damage for a little less bullets and a little less on the speed. Well, almost half the speed. So I think just the incendiary probably keeps this gun in my pocket, so we'll get rid of the nailer. And then the repeater, it's the right repeater. So, and I still want to hold on to Crom's sidearm. So, bye-bye to the nailer. And we have a full amount of bullets and no new quest, which seems odd. And now we're going to New Haven. Although we may not actually need to go to New Haven. This, I may misread. I don't know how you'd make a Sliders game or a Stargate game, though. Your first impression would be to make an MMO and then be way overcommitted to this was in Rust Commons West, so it's not New Haven. to developing new worlds and such. See, I think this underpass is exactly where we want to go. Almost maybe a episodic game. So you did, like, I'm talking about Sliders, which is a TV series from that hasn't been on TV in at least 10 years probably. But the concept is that a group of people are stuck traveling between different dimensions and different realities. And you could do something like that episodically and have a limited number of places you travel to per year. And Stargate is almost exactly the same concept, except for instead of different dimensions and different realities, they normally just travel to different planets. And different realities wouldn't be interesting unless the realities look differently. Therefore, you would be overcommitted in making a world like this world in Pandora different, like making several of these. Or, I mean, you could certainly maybe go for a lower budget attempt on something like that. Maybe by going for more of that indie feel and having just the same world over and over again, yet a few things are different. So in one reality you find people are your friends, and the next reality you find out they're your enemies. Interestingly enough, I guess I haven't saved and exited since that chest refilled. Since I looted that chest. So, for the first time, we don't have any racks dead around this area, potentially glitching through this. And Marcus is telling us not to trust her. She's crazy. There's really no reason to trust her, but there's like no reason why you couldn't. She is wearing red like the Crimson Lance. She used to work for the doll. Okay. Donate blood. Jacobs. All kinds of different things. So we're probably gonna get rescue Claptrap from Old Haven. Alright.
Keep your eyes open.
She wants me to rescue the Claptrap from Old Haven, which is where the Crimson Lance were, so we'll probably have to fight some more Crimson Lance. What will be interesting is to try out some guns when we're not using Crumb's revolver. In particular, when I get over there, I want to use this gun here. So we'll switch that out with something else. Actually, this one probably should get rid of Mad Jack. Because even though this does almost double this, it doesn't do double damage. So let's see, can we find any enemies worth killing? There's an enemy. That seems fine. That seems to work well. That seems to work well. And that seems to work well. The slight problem with the legendary items that you see being yellow since money is also yellow. But then there's also green tier items that are, so you couldn't make money green. I suppose what they should have done is go with the A silverish look. But then that wouldn't have worked too well either. Maybe go with a sparkly look. Okay, this is the I don't know if this is the right way to get to Oldhaven. I don't think this is. This doesn't seem right at all. Let's see, I don't think I'm gonna find anything here. Getting stuck on the creations. The floor. And there's still really nothing here. We're seeing more and more of that happen. Just either there will be something later, or we've missed it. And I don't think I missed it. That would really suck. But it's possible. I don't know if you can even miss things, though. And they want me to run to this right side. So we need to move somewhat carefully. So this is clearly not the right weapon for the job. That works pretty well. Moderately well, I suppose. And I'm... Now remember, these guys will drop all kinds of shields. We want those critical hits. So aim a little bit higher. Throw that, and... And we'll just move forward here. Hop over this way. And I feel like I'm dropping enough bullets into these guys' brains that this gun is probably better than Crom's. And so we'll just turn in the quest. Take the final piece to the vault key. So were there 4 pieces?
Are taking an interest in what we're doing, then things just got a lot more dangerous. For you, not for me, I'm safe and sipping a nice chamomile. They know the legend of the vault too, and it is unlikely they will simply let you walk in unopposed and cheerful.
So the Lancer now, did that claptrap get knocked down? I think he probably did, but we have to find him. Right now, though, what is our goal? Let's go to the salt flats. Which I don't even know where the salt flats are. Just unload into this guy's head. Just walk away. So this area, we've now got to find a repair unit. Let's see how we... Yeah, that's not the greatest gun. Couple of critical shots. So, I do believe this is a new area. This guy died happy, I guess. Let's sell off some of this stuff while we're here. 320s, not something we're gonna keep. Let's see, a 15 times 67. Nope, still not gonna keep that. What would be interesting though is, let's equip crime sidearm versus this. So we've got Crom's repeater here, which has a very high chance of electrocuting things. And see, either that area was not open before, or I just have missed it every single time. And the map is telling me what? That the box is somewhere around kind of this area. I have this feeling that the repair kit's probably somewhere up above. And see, people are talking to me, but you can almost ignore them. Which, that's an interesting idea in a video game, to have the enemies not become hostile until you are hostile. However, for this game in particular, that makes no real sense. There we go. Yeah, I think this Chrome shocking gun still does a much better job, because with that ability to shock, it destroys their shield. Maybe it's slightly slower since you have to pump the pump, because it just double taps on the trigger. Or, well, when you pull the trigger, it shoots 2 and only 2 bullets, versus the other repeater, which shot a lot more. But that's actually a better thing for this scenario, because then that means I have some bullet savings going on. Here we can see. Well, it fell, but I found it too, so let's get back up here. pick up this. I assume that was the only way up in there. This is so strange. The Crimson Lance were incredibly difficult. They're supposed to be more than you've ever dealt with. And yet, even without Crom's sidearm, which it was given to me, I think I could still handle them pretty well. I guess that's probably just because I've played this so much. I've become almost an expert in compared to any other level of expertise I've ever done in a video game, which is still probably ridiculously low amount of skill compared to other players. But like, this is the game I would probably say I'm potentially best at. I don't know if I'd be certain about that, but it's the one I put the most time into, almost certainly. And of course then there was also the sequel, so like I'm up to 30 spots, and then somebody threw a transfusion grenade at me, and because of that it sucked out some of my shield. I don't think it actually took any of my health though. See, there's people here, but whatever, it's just like, who's shooting at me? Let's see. And this is the Salt Flats Barren Flint in the Salt Flats. Where are the Salt Flats? Let's take, say, the overpass or the outer yard here and just fast travel to this. And then we can try and figure out which way to the Salt Flats from this point. It probably is that one area that we couldn't access. Yeah, it wants me to go that way. Let's go to the middle of nowhere. Now in Rust Commons East and compare that. And I imagine if the game messed up and really did want... Yeah, this will work fine. If the game messed up and really did want to take a really long amount of time to load, you would just watch that animation. Cheaper guns. That concept is silly. Real silly. How about this revolver versus this revolver? Nope. Well, I might as well get him since I'm standing right next to it. Scavenger hunt machine gun. I bet almost certainly this is that one we missed. So, let's see. Well, no, the scavenger hunt machine gun are both in the Salt Flats. Which... Okay, that is weird. Nothing else? we've got this to sell, this, this, this. A high capacity but a low recharge time is not what I really want. Because it doesn't really even matter the capacity. It just needs to be moderately high with then the factor of a fast recharge, right? So if I could trade half of my shield down and then have twice as fast a recharge rate, I might take that deal. So my assault rifle's 92 times 10, which means that's no good. Always having to look back at this, at the numbers. Alright, my repeater that I have right now is Crumb's sidearm, which does 3 times chance of damage, or the 106 times 12 repeater, which knocks that one out, 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 and knocks that one out. Now SMGs, I have the double stinger that's 43 times 12 and a half, which knocks that one out, and that's it for that. Now this Helix rocket launcher does 538. I think that is my rocket launcher, just not equipped. Alright, next one is a revolver. We have 91 times 3.7 on the Mad Jack versus 264 times 1.9, which tells me I should get rid of the Mad Jack. Right. This does double and still has a pretty fast fire rate, so I'm ready to get rid of that one. And let's see, we have a caustic shotgun, which is 24 times 11 versus this, which is 60 times 12. So nowhere close on that one. And then we have a Pearl Matador, which is 47 times 12. Which has explosive abilities and slightly better accuracy, but still not really anything worth holding on to. And we've got 2 repeaters equipped, and definitely don't need that happening. I guess I'm just gonna hold on to Crom's sidearm. We'll go back to using Patton, and that gives us a couple other weapons. I guess if I did have a deep storage ability, it wouldn't really help that much. What I need is an infinite backup ability. I mean, an infinite backpack ability. Use the right word there. Just because that's what would allow me to switch between guns and have like different loadouts, which is not something we can do, right? I can't check. I can't even check right now. I'll have to get out of the car, and I don't want to get out of the car to check to see if I can have different loadouts, because I'm pretty sure we can't. And I do believe this is there.
An employee of mine, but I fired him for gross incompetence. When he left, he stole a fragment from me and punched my dog, which was the 4th and final part of the key. The fragment is part of the key, not my dog.
So this is the Salt Flats, and we can. It's already open, and we can just go here, and if I'm recalling correctly, this whole area is actually just like one giant rounded area for a boss fight. Yeah, it is. So we can get the pieces, or we can get the pieces. I wanted to hop out here before. We don't really need to do anything, but yeah, there's no loadout option in the game. And these menus look way different in the next game. Well, not completely different. They still look pretty much the same, but they float in the air as if they're part of the game instead of taking up the entire screen, which normally would be some slight concern for a menu not to take up the whole screen, but it works, I think, pretty well. Let's not just immediately drive out there. What is this? Nothing. Okay. Thought there might be something there. So I go in here, car blazing, rocket launcher blazing, and I think I kill Flint, and I think I get the thing.
Some meat puppets.
Well, I don't know if this is actually what I thought it was.
Excellent. I've been looking forward to this. My men are impatient, but I shall savor this until your blood has soaked the sand and your carcass is nothing but food for Rack. Come get some.
So yeah, there's this giant digger that I guess that's what the prisoners were doing, was mining. And I go in this area. Oh yeah, and then if I recall correctly, they murder me multiple times over and over again. Because this guy, last time I played at least, was a total killer. Lots and lots of things. And so we've gotten that. And let's just find a way in. I think there's a way in. Here we can hear there's a claptrap unit in trouble. Open a door. If I just wanted another vehicle, that would work too. Kinda odd, the game is telling me to come get some and then it's not letting me in. And look, I've even found a way to get in and the game's saying nope, you can't come in that way. That wasn't the way we planned for you to enter. Are any of these gates open? Doesn't seem like any of the gates are open. Like, I don't want to shoot a bunch of bullets that aren't gonna work. I mean, sure, we've got an outrider there. There's no sneaking in right there. Like, I could... Am I supposed to kill these outriders? Bandit patrols destroyed 1 of 4. Okay. So we'll make a special point to destroy these bandit patrols. And then that'll let us in the game, right? 2 of 4. I think it probably would have been a wise move for them to only have the enemies have cars. This game is focused around the running and gunning, so the idea of having to run a gun and shoot these things, vehicles, is an appealing one. Maybe not realistic. I suppose if I was set on this quest, I would have known that I was supposed to destroy bandit patrols. I'm just trying to lead a little bit. Where are you, bandit patrols? Now, in the sequel, if I'm remembering correctly, is this where the bandit patrols spawn? There's one area I think in particular that's very much like this, and it's, if I'm remembering correctly, which I probably am not, it seems like we spent more than a fair amount of time in that area.
Beating a path to my door. How can I turn you away when you're so doggedly eager for death? Do come in. Enter my humble abode.
So we'll hop out of this. And we'll take, let's see, I want to try this revolver. Let's go ahead and do the scavenger hunt while we're doing this. So this was a nightmare when I first played this. There's a lot of people here. My weapons weren't anywhere as powerful as they are right now. It's possible the game was balanced differently for the Xbox 360 version. It's possibly the game has been balanced and patched several times to just make it a smoother experience. It's possible, though, also I just have played a lot better or gotten a lot luckier. Any of those are all valid arguments in my book. So I'm gonna have to pretty much clear out this area to find the items I'm looking for. Like, the scavenger hunt simply won't work. I don't think it's items and trash or anything like that. I think there are several that are hidden around and on top of things, particularly on top of things. So if we look at the map, it's telling me that the items are more this direction. And yeah, I'm just not really having any struggle here. Just pour bullets into them. This is probably a good reason why you don't have an action ability that increases the amount of bullet speed. I'm gonna go ahead and take that one too. And that's in the other direction. Because if if you did have an ability that increased the firing rate on all your guns, you would more than likely just run out of bullets faster. I'm pretty sure there's one somewhere around here.
It's time for another
I
round.
should actually stick where I am.
It's time for my pound to get.
Punch.
Is that all you've got?
There's one. That's one piece. And there's another over there. Or is it up here? So we've got to jump from this to up here. Or maybe just jump up here and pick it up. Instead of doing all of that. Yeah. And we just need to keep our eyes open. Getting stuck. Here's another one. Let's jump just this way. There we go. And it says the last piece should be somewhere this direction. Jump up here. Now, the game might be messing me up here and telling me it's somewhere where it isn't. Does anybody see it? Perhaps it's hidden somewhere specifically. See, I can't jump up any higher than that. Maybe it's somewhere low down on the ground. Hidden. See, it's telling me it's right here. And we kind of know that's not true. Like, it's over there. So what's funny is when we walk this way, it's telling me it's this way, but it's not, because it's instead just pointing me towards a central location, not where the actual collectible is. Claptrap to the rescue now. So we just did one quest where we have to find a bunch of stuff, and what are we gonna do but do the other quest where we have to find one item. And it's telling me it is somewhere around here. And I'm stuck on these plants, these cactuses, which don't do anything in the game. They don't even hurt you when you walk up to them, which is kind of a shame because Bulletstorm has similar cactuses that are put to some use. So the question is, how far off of the indicator do I think this repair kit is? Extremely far off or slightly far off? Is it really high above, or is it low and hidden? I think this is probably as far as I would guess it is. If it was any further in this direction, I don't think they would put it where they indicate it where it is. Of course, I am trusting that the indicator is placed in any realistic or important place. Here it is. Just on the ground. And see, the funny thing is, we've got about 4 minutes left, and I can probably kill the guy too and get the final piece. That doesn't put us at the end of the game, but I mean, we're close. We're closer. Let's see. I guess because there was a fourth piece that I didn't realize, that does mean my idea of the entire key getting stolen has a good chance of happening still. And what are we now going to do? We need to find a way up, which kind of means we can just run. It's like we can look around this area. There's a giant track wheels. I'm surprised that killed him. And we go over here. And we are given some bullets, some more guns, some of this. You can see a little bit of oil leaking, which is an interesting idea that they should have probably played with a little bit more in the game. The idea of so this entire machine's called Thor.
Make yourself at home. My men will be with you shortly. Never let it be said that the great Baron Flint is short on hospitality.
So I'm gonna get attacked by big groups of people. Gears, interesting. We haven't seen gears in the game up to this point. And this might be a good opportunity to get extra experience. Baron Flint, that's medicinal. Like, so Baron Flint's not even there. And we got all kinds of psychos showing up. Let's go on a killing spree. And I probably have had 7 seconds between my last kill and this one, so that quest is probably done. And that didn't work. There wasn't enough people there anyways. So I totally got rushed. And we can certainly run around here and pick up things, but let's just speed up the process a little bit. We've got this area with ammunition and stuff. Now, remember, last time I recall playing this, I was really, like, under leveled or something was going on because I was struggling. Now it's, like, super easy. Like, I haven't had any struggle at all. I might, if I was using Crom's repeater right now, certainly have some trouble with that. Here we have Hans, who's missing his hands. And he's level 30. I'm gonna put Hans and Franz. And Franz, these are named enemies. Now I don't want to attack because attacking would lower the amount of health I refilled, and I kinda need that. Seems like we're gonna get some more psychos. Where are they? A couple more of those guys. And somebody's shooting like a rifle at me. And that's probably Baron Flint. So now I'm just working my way through this. And Baron Flint's gonna try and run quite a bit. There he is.
Cover me, out of ammo.
He's saying, cover me, I'm out of ammo. I'm playing this game solo, I don't have anybody else. That's not a sentence that they should use. You can see that the repeater is proving itself to be somewhat problematic. Here we go. That gun's no good. Let's come over here to this one. And he'll die. So now, did we collect the final piece? We don't have a healing ability until we refill our phase walking. So here's the final piece. It was hidden under here.
Disobedience will cost you and the citizens of this planet dearly.
So, Commander Steele.
The Crimson Lance are about to make an unpleasant discovery and learn a harsh lesson. Oh no, No. No, this wasn't supposed to happen. Stand by.
This is Commandant Steele of the Atlas Corporation Crimson Lance Starbomb Brigade. Be advised, in preparation of upcoming special operations of the Lance, I have ordered the Echo Network shut down. Any attempt to circumvent our control will be met with punishment of death. Do not test me, or we may shut down the commerce grid as well. This is the only warning you will receive.
So, she's turned down the network that causes you to respawn, but
What the hell is
you're
going
pretty
on?
much
Has Steele gone
respawn.
insane? They're shutting down the ecosystem, and now we're getting reports of weapons fire all around Sanctuary. It's a war zone. Sanctuary is getting pounded out there. They're sending distress signals to anyone who'll listen. But if they shut down the Echo, I'll be unable to arrange for...
And I think the Echo Network
not how it
is
happens.
also communication.
Can you see me? With the Echo Network down, I can't see you. We're flying blind, friend. Our window is closing. The vault can only be opened every 200 years. If it isn't opened soon, your chance will be lost.
Now, why she specifically wants to help me? And so that was a messed up message. And I had plenty of time there to refill my health twice over. And yes, I could run around and try and find some bullets, but almost certainly I can just, by the time I get somewhere, find the commerce grid thing and refill it. So theoretically, if the Echo Network's down and I die, I should not respawn. Realistically in the game, that's not going to happen. Or if it is going to happen, then it would just load me back to like this point, and it would be kind of silly. It would violate certainly the way we've been playing this game up to this point. We need to fast travel and get to the Crimson Fastness, which I guess is kind of like a fortress and the middle of the nowhere bounty board. And so while there's a couple of areas I could search, and I guess I should in the map, a couple of transition points / locations to discover, because there is an achievement for that, I think. We're not going to do too much. I have a moderate amount of bullets for my repeater, plenty for my revolver, plenty for my sniper, and plenty for this. And we are in a pretty good position to move forward and finish the game. Let's see. When we look here, is there really anything else that we need to look at? Either I'm gonna get these challenges done or I'm not. That's just about it. I've done a ridiculous amount of quests, and there's still probably a handful of them left. I wouldn't be surprised if there's even 10. We've had a moderate amount of dialogue show up in the story. Just a really minimal amount. Lots and lots of quests done, like I said. We're about to level up. That's interesting, because at the end of the second playthrough, like the max level is 62, and weapon proficiency goes above 10 because we see a 12. I wouldn't be surprised if that goes all the way to level 99 weapon proficiency. And if I had only played with the repeater, I would right now probably be close to, let's see, 33 in repeater proficiency. Yep. We've got a bunch of garbage that we'll need to sell, but we still have 10 slots. I may level up once or twice more in the game, but I'm certainly not going to get anywhere as far as I would have liked. Like, I was hoping to get all of this done and then get all of that done, so 7 levels on that alone, and then another 5 levels there to make it 12, and another 5 levels there would have been nice too to make it 17, and 17 levels would have put me about level 40, which tells you that you're certainly not going to get everything you want. Another 5 levels there would have been nice too. And then I probably would have thought about maybe putting 1 level in everything. That way any class mod you have would have a better effect. Anyways, that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.